Después de la llegada de Hunting of Bly Manor, pude hablar con el director de fotografía de la primera parte de la serie, con Maxime Alexandre, que me contó cómo fue trabajar con Mike Flanagan, cómo fue trabajar con los chicos, que parece que la rompieron por completo en esta serie, y también me habló de una particular anécdota que involucra una plantación de marihuana cercana al set.
We now return to Mira Akien and Contre with our latest interview.
The excitement that I had to work with Mike Flanagan first, then doing what would have been the second, let me call it the second part, which is not the sequel of Hill House. We all know that. Mike Flanagan has a really precise way to shoot. I would say kind of a unique. In between Hill House and his last movie, there was this kind of dogma of being extremely respectful of perspectives in the way we were going to shoot it, like really in an architectural point of view. And photographically wise, since my first conversation with him, I tried to get the permission to basically doing something different that would have been from Hill House. I'm pretty proud about it because it's it looks pretty awesome. To be a TV show, which by the way was my first time. I was supposed to do all the 9, but I left after 5, and I didn't follow up the post-production. And yeah, they did give back that little skin tone that I had in the Hill House.
I know what loss is. Your parents loved you so much. In a way, they'll always be here.
You have to get attached to that storytelling and to it's almost like you don't have to understand that you're talking about the past. You don't have to understand that you're talking about the future because you don't know anymore, and you're not supposed to know where you are and who they are into the storytelling. So enhancement of flashback and changement of color palettes would have been wrong for this story. So photographically wise, no. Photographically wise, excepted the last episodes where it goes totally in another direction, in between the black and white and other things. No, the really the intention. It was like Mike created a dogma for this movie, which was absolutely being still into the perspective of the architecture and the construction, and everything was absolutely still. If you need to move the camera, there is a reason why. So you get stuck, which is absolutely the opposite of what we do often. But again, as a cinematographer, when a director asks you to do something a little bit different than what you used to, you're just getting excited about it. I mean, myself, I'm getting excited. I've never done it. That's why I want to do it. That's why I like my job. The exterior of the house, it's totally CG. We had just the main entrances, and everything else, in the real shape, was a big blue box for visual effects. But back to the water, yes, we did, I didn't do it, but whatever. We built it, a lake. That lake was cut in 2 in order to have half of it warm. I would say less cold, more than saying warm, because it was cold anyway. And then, beautifully built. That was absolutely amazing. And impressive for a TV show like that. We can't find the lake. Let's build it. All right, okay. The night goes down, the temperature goes down, the water the half of the lake reaches water, and a beautiful, absolutely beautiful little foggy, steamy things come from the lake, and we said, "Wow, that looks like." We had planned to have some fog, all the horror movies and then it get bigger, and then it get bigger and bigger and bigger. And at lunch, when we broke at lunch, I didn't go to lunch because I was sitting in front of the lake. I said, "How am I gonna do it?" You couldn't see the lake.
is not so much into horror. I think this is more like a love story.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
how was like making the transition?
Yeah, I mean, The Haunting of Bly Manor, it's not an horror movie. It cannot be compared to what was Hill House.
Yeah.
It's an amazing, beautiful story about characters and love and fear. And yeah, that's what this is, like a fear, not horror. But it has absolutely it cannot be called as an horror movie. Maybe someone's not going to be agree with me. Now, after done so many horror movies, maybe I don't feel anything anymore. Sometimes it's like I can't get scared anymore. But I knew it. I mean, it was like this, and it's just like, consider the fact that basically there is an enormous amount of information, an enormous amount of text into this story of Bly Manor, that even if you, which was my little frustration. I had a little bit of frustration. I would have loved to increase at least a little bit more the tension. But we had no time, because the script was the script, and it was about a storytelling told by the actors, not by a story, but told by the actors. There was an enormous amount of text that had to be shoot with the amount of characters, and every episode is about one character. You don't have time to do that, to create that tension. I've always been impressed about shooting with children. I think we had this conversation last time we spoke about it, because it's like the magic of, first of all, the magic of a child on set is like talking about anything about the entire world, joking, playing. So roll camera and action, bang. You have an absolutely other character. The two of them has been absolutely astonishing in my point of view. You know, we often, like when we're talking about movies in the past, oh yeah, it was awesome, it was this one. But those two children has been working for months under any kind of conditions, because man, shooting in Vancouver during the winter is not very cold, but it's wet. The two of them became really like may I say, mascots for children. You know, it's like they were really like maybe with all my love for everybody, the reason why you get a little smile on your face working on the morning on the set. Yeah. Both of them. He was amazing, but she was like amazing.
Yeah.
I would say better, if you permit me. Perfectly splendid.
Yeah.
I've seen things. It's like having hell.
I read somewhere that there was a cannabis farm near the set. Is that correct?
A what?
A marijuana farm near the set. Is that correct?
Yes.
Tell me what happened.
Yes, because in Canada, it permits. I don't know how you say it.
It's legal.
Everywhere. Huh?
It's legal.
It's legal. Yeah, it's legal. So you see, I can't even say that. So it's like but there is places everywhere where you can buy marijuana. Right behind the Bly Manor, the house. There was those huge haciendas of marijuana that at certain time of the night would switch on the interior seat to the those daylight like
the indoors.
Yeah, and we had to deal with them sometimes because like maybe not. Thank you. Can you switch it off? It's like but yeah.
Was that hard? And what about the smell? Because the perfume of
zero
smell.
No. I wouldn't have known that there was like miles of marijuana if I it's